On 5, a News 5 investigation we've been following very closely. Several driver's license offices in Alabama may still have to close as early as next week. Lawmakers wrote a phrase in the budget that would stop this from happening, but what they wrote may be illegal. News 5's Emily DeVoe is live in the newsroom with details. Emily.
Well, Rosine, it'll be up to the Supreme Court to decide whether or not lawmakers have the authority to dictate how the law enforcement agency uses the money they were allotted for the new fiscal year. If it were up to Governor Bentley, he'd say absolutely not. Here at the Bay Minette office, a state worker comes once a week to issue driver's licenses. It's on the list to close next week, along with 32 other small offices around the state.
You got a lot of folks live up in this area. And it's going to affect them big time.
Lawmakers wanted to avoid something like this from happening. So when they wrote the new budget, they specified all offices open in fiscal year 2015 have to stay in business.
We placed language that would prohibit them from cutting direct services, or at least that should be a lesser priority. We want the people of Alabama to get the services they need. Instead, the cost-cutting measures should focus on cutting administrative costs, middle managers or administrative elements.
Governor Bentley argues that by dictating how the administration should use the funds, it actually violates the state constitution. He mailed a letter to the Supreme Court asking for their take on the matter. It's not the first time the legislator's authority has come into question, but it could be the most extreme.
It wasn't tested to the degree it's going to be tested this time.
Governor Bentley says with $10 million in cuts to the law enforcement agency, they have to close offices.
We moved in the right direction. We just did not fund the general fund with enough. Will there be some pain? Yes, unfortunately there will be. I can't tell you exactly which ones will be closed yet.
That's if they close. It will be up to the Supreme Court to determine who's in the right. Governor Bentley and Law Enforcement Secretary Spencer Collier were in a meeting today, but their offices didn't give us any information about what they were talking about. Live in the newsroom, Emily DeVoe, News 5.